Hello, artists. We're going to talk about landscape drawings today. Many of you have experience doing landscape drawings. When we have been doing landscape drawings in the past, we've done them where we're looking at the landscape from what we call eye level. So that is a drawing that I've taught you that has a foreground, something in the front, a midground, maybe trees, something in the middle, and then a background, like mountains or something else back there. So you have something in the front, midground, foreground, something in the middle, midground, and the background. This is called eye level. You're standing on the ground, you're looking at it. There's always a horizon line when you do an eye level landscape. That's what most of us are familiar with. Then some of you have done landscape drawings with me with the bird's eye view. So that's like you're a bird, you're flying over and you see the land below you. So that might look something like this, where maybe there's a river and the river is flowing and you're gonna see that river from the top view. And then maybe there's a tree here, but the tree is not gonna look like a triangle shaped tree like we would draw. It might just kind of look like an organic shape because you're looking at it from the top of the tree and you're seeing its fullness down. You won't see the trunk or anything like that. You're just gonna see the top of the tree. Maybe there's a bench over here. So that, again, you would just see maybe a line like that for the top of the bench, and then the part that you sit on might look, you know, something like this, and you might not even see the legs depending on where you're looking. If you're right on top of it, it just might look like a rectangle. So this is called bird's eye view. Well, we're going to do a type of drawing today called the worm's eye view, which is really fun. It's like you're a little baby worm and you're down on the ground and you're looking up at everything. So it's a lot like this landscape drawing where things in front are closer, they're bigger. Things in the midground a little bit smaller, and things in the background really small. So when we do a worm's eye view picture, things that are on the ground, see if I can do this, like a tree trunk is going to be really thick, and then as the tree goes up and away from you, it's going to get smaller at the top. It's really interesting to draw this way. So it's bigger here because here's a little worm down here on the ground looking up. So we're going to draw snowmen today. It's a good place to start and to practice because all of us can make circles and we all know what snowmen look like, and they're fun to do this time of year. So if you have a sketchbook, you can use your sketchbook. Otherwise, just get a piece of practice paper. I'm using a black crayon today because it's easy for you to see, but you could use whatever you like. All right, so you're going to draw along with me practicing making worm's eye view snowman. All right, so basically this is what our snowman is going to look like. He's going to be bigger down here at the bottom. His medium part is going to be a little bit smaller, and then his head really small. And everything is, we're looking at it from the bottom. So that carrot nose, it's like the bottom of the nose going up. We're looking at it from below. All right, so let's draw together. Okay, remember the goal is to fill your paper. So if you're working in a sketchbook like this, you want to fill the page. If you're working on a practice paper, a piece of copy paper, just make sure you're filling the page. So I'm going to start by drawing a half circle down here, and I'm going to make this one just start from the corner. So we want to draw just a half circle. All right, now we're going to do another half circle that's the middle part of his body, and you can put it pretty much anywhere on there, but you have to make sure it's a half circle. And then his head, another half circle. All right, so it looks like we're, again, looking from bottom, the worm's eye view, up to the top. And then I'll do the nose like it's going off to the side. So the face of my snowman might be facing that direction. So his little carrot nose might go something like that. Have an eye here. And you guys are drawing along with me. And if he had a hat, maybe I'll put a snow hat on him. Might come there. It's at the back of his head, so I might not see it around the top. And I'll put some lines in here. And, excuse me, now when we give him buttons, we're going to make the button at the top really small, and then the one here a little bit bigger, and then the ones at the bottom, they're going to progressively get larger. And your buttons can be any shape you want them to be. You can even do some detail in those buttons, like an edge and then some buttonholes. You're the artist. You can get as creative as you want. And then maybe my snowman has some stick arms. Remember, sticks are shapes, so I'm going to put some shapes in there, and then maybe this one goes there, and it's off my page. All right, so that's one angle. Now, we're going to do another practice. And we'll have them face this way. So I'll use this side of my sketchbook. So now I'm going to do it from this corner. And again, a half circle. And we want to fill that sketchbook page. And then another half circle. And then maybe this half circle's over here. My snowman might look like he's maybe leaning over a little bit. That's okay. So then now, because maybe he's like looking down at the ground, so his little carrot nose might do something like that. And then an eye there. And you're not going to see his other eye because it's on the other side of his face. So it's like a profile view. And then I could give him some coal, or one of my students told me that they use raisins to decorate their snowman. I love that, raisins. I never thought to put raisins on a snowman. And then maybe this guy's wearing a top hat. So if you think about it, no, I know, let's put a cowboy hat on him. So if he's wearing a hat, you're going to see the hat from below. So you're going to see the rim of the hat come out from back and then come around like that. And then you'll see just a little bit of the top of the hat like that. Okay, so that's how the hat would look, because again, you're looking at it from below. So you're just seeing the inner part of the hat. Okay, and you could put, maybe I'll put a flower on my snowman's hat. And then again, I'll give him some buttons here. Maybe he's going to have some heart-shaped buttons. And as they get closer to the bottom of the paper, they're going to get larger. And then another stick for an arm. All right. So again, we can just by making the circles go in different places, you're kind of giving your snowman what we call gesture. So it looks like this guy's looking down, where this one, whoops, he was looking up. So now let's do one over here where maybe he's in the middle of the page and he's just looking straight forward. So we're going to start again at the bottom of the page and draw a half circle. And then another half circle. And then a smaller half circle. Okay, now if my snowman here is looking kind of straight, I'm still going to see him again from below, so his carrot nose might go up a little bit like this. And then an eye here, and an eye here, and raisins for his mouth. And you can make your snowman frowning if you want, or maybe he has a big open mouth. And then again, if I put a hat on him, the back of his head, you're going to see the hat come from behind, like that. And then maybe this guy's wearing a top hat, so it might look more like that in the brim. And then you can decorate that if you'd like. And then give him his arms. And maybe this snowman, maybe he's holding, one of my students had a snowman holding a cup of hot cocoa. It's like that story, Snowmen at Night. And, oh, you could even add a scarf to your snowman if you'd like. So maybe this guy has a scarf on. Might wrap around like this. Come around this way. And go under his arm. And then you can add buttons. So you guys keep practicing drawing different gestures, different views of the snowmen. And then you can also decorate the background. So maybe it's nighttime. There's a moon back here and some clouds. But you're not going to see a horizon line because the worm's eye view, that worm is down. We're down at the ground and we're looking up. So that's the difference between a worm's eye view and the other landscape views. There's no horizon line in the worm's eye or the bird's eye view. Worm's eye view, you see the sky in the background. The other one, the bird's eye view, you see the ground. All right, well, have fun making worm's eye view snowmen. And then once you get really good at that, you guys can practice doing other creatures from the worm's eye view. Maybe lay on the ground and look up at your dog standing above you and see how you could draw that. All right, have fun, artists.